Hi Scorpio. This is going to be your guidance, general guidance for the month of June. Um, this will not resonate with everyone, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, the information will be down below. Um, I also feel like if you click on this video and you haven't, and you're not a Scorpio or it's not the month of June, everything is about divine timing, so there may be a message in this for you. So we're going to get into your reading, Scorpio. So while I was meditating on your energy a bit, one thing that kept coming up was a lot of sexual energy. A lot of sexual energy. Like you guys or someone, you want someone or someone really wants you. One thing I will say, which is great, but one thing I will say, Scorpio, make sure you are utilizing your sexual energy properly. Utilize it to manifest. That's what I do that, and that's my most powerful manifestation tool. Make sure you're not using sex to fill a void. Make sure you're digging deep and going within to figure out what's going on with you and what you need to work on. Okay. So I'm gonna get started. All right, I want to start with this card. Autumn, release the old and rest. So I know, like, as a human being, you know, as a soul having a human experience, one of the most difficult things we can do is release or let go of something that has hurt us. And a lot of times for water signs, you guys have difficulty releasing it because you feel like people don't understand your pain. You feel on a different level, and it's so deep that your pain doesn't always feel validated. With that being said, we can't wait for others to validate that pain. You have to validate that pain. You have to acknowledge that pain and say, okay, this is what I went through, and I don't want to go through that anymore. And I'm ready to surrender and give it to God. One of the ways that can be helpful if you keep overthinking it is making something for God to do box. Making a box, decorating it, and, you know, literally, because sometimes praying, we don't feel like it's just gone. You know, writing it down and putting it in there for God to handle. Because you holding on, sorry about the noise in the background, I'm in the city. One thing that's going to hold you back from moving forward is holding on and not releasing the old. And you see the leaves in the background? One of the most beautiful lessons that we learn from fall is how natural it is to release the dead leaves that no longer serve that tree any purpose. And it naturally happens, and it's such a beautiful process. And look at how pretty it looks when it starts budding and bringing the new. So in order to bring the new, you have to release the old and the past. If there are any wrongs you have to right or any apologies that need to be had, say them. Even if you have to apologize to yourself. But self-reflection for the month of June is your biggest tool, because that's going to, like, catapult you forward. That's going to push you guys forward on a whole nother level. But first you have to go within, or you're going to go without. You're not going to be able to move forward. The next card I want to get into is the Eight of Cups. So you see how this guy is walking away from that background, like, and there's all that stuff going on. I feel like for you guys, you're starting to realize now you can't fix certain things. You can't fix it. And like I was saying in the autumn card, you know, for a lot of you, you're walking away from the nonsense. You're walking away and you're ready to move forward. For some of you, these two cards are coming out, and like I said, this is general. So for some of you, these cards are coming out because this is what you need to do. Because when you do it, wait till I show you the rest of the cards, it's so beautiful. You have to walk away and you have to let go and you have to right your wrongs. You have to. You owe, there's apologies that are owed, and there may be apologies to you. And cross watchers, the Scorpio may owe you an apology. But that's how you move forward. That's how you free yourself. Because generally, everything has a purpose in our life, and we're here to learn. And it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. One thing I can tell you too, guys, okay, let me get into this one, the Queen of Wands. So I do feel like there's a woman around you, or feminine energy, not just because of this card, feminine energy, that really has a hold on you. That really, and this could be some mother relationship or older female, older feminine energy. It has a hold on you, and it's time for you to stand in your power and do what's right for you. I even feel some type of black magic being done on you guys from this female. Like, it's almost like I want you to myself, or they have some type of hold on you to control you. And once again, this can be reverse the roles as needed. But once you release these things and realize that you need you and you have to focus on you and your healing, you're stepping into a whole nother realm. You're stepping into a whole nother place. Because you got the Nine of Pentacles. You also got the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. Also, major endings. There's a major ending coming for you guys. And I definitely feel some Tower energy, but that's good. That's good. Because there's a conversation that needs to be had and some truth needing to be said. And make sure if it's you who has to have the conversation, it's said and done with love and light. And if it's you who has to have the conversation with the Scorpio, make sure you speak your truth. But there is some truth that needs to be said without pointing, without finger pointing, without blame. Because whatever you've been working on and whatever you've been manifesting, that's what's coming for you. Abundance on all levels, peace of mind, contentment. If you've been thinking of collaborating with someone business-wise or looking for some type of loan, I do see it coming through. I do see it coming through as long as you release the old and bring in the new. You have to find balance. If there's any debts you guys owe, or anything that needs to be paid in some type of form, like if there's paid due respect, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be finances, but there is something that has to be paid. But I do see your social life expanding, and I do see collaborations coming. If you've been thinking about opening some type of business and looking for a loan, I do feel like that's going to come through for a lot of you. be careful with testing the waters. You guys have really been trying to move forward and push forward, but there you have felt restricted in a lot of ways. And if you have the conversation I'm talking about, I feel like you can find a happy ground. Remember how real karma is. When someone does something wrong and you're putting out negative energy or wishing harm on someone, it's going to come back. And remember to self-reflect, because I can't say that enough. That's going to help you evolve. If you don't self-reflect, you project. Self-reflection can be one of the hardest things. I remember when I began self-reflecting and realizing that I was my own problem and my own solution, and I was so annoyed with myself. But it's the reality is that that's how it goes. You know, we mirror everything. Everything that comes around us, whether we like it to admit it or not, it's a mirror. And it's coming around for a reason. And a lot of times it's for us to speak up. So don't hold all that inside. Like I do feel, you know, you feel a lot of anxiety about a conversation. But I promise you, like, even if you have to write it down or kind of reenact it and play it out in a mirror or with a friend, it's going to help you. The next card you guys got is the Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. So nobody can really, people can direct you and guide you, but you have to follow that inside voice. I feel like the more healing you guys do, because there's some childhood trauma that you have to face, and there are some things that have been done that you have to face in order to move forward. But if you follow the voice of your soul, you're going to be able to ascend and evolve and create the life you want. Like Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, a lot of money coming. Right now I feel like you've been feeling like there's restrictions, but I'm telling you, there's a conversation that has to be had, and you guys are going to be able to create the life you want. I'm going to pull a healing card for you guys, and I've been doing something new, so think of it now. If you have a question or there's an issue that you've been thinking of, I'm going to pull an affirmation card for you. Think about it now before I pull them, and whatever affirmation card I pull, that's going to be your answer. So the healing card you guys got that you need to work on is your crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. Big dreamers. My youngest daughter is a Scorpio, and her dreams are so amazing. I would say have a dream journal, because certain things that are coming up are messages. It's like a puzzle that's going to be pieced together. Messages from your ancestors and deceased loved ones. So I'm going to pull your affirmation card. Think of what it is that has been troubling you. And this is going to be your guidance. Okay. All my relationships are harmonious. When we create harmony in our minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer always. Let me say that again. When we create harmony in our minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer always. So like I was saying, work on your healing. I definitely feel some type of conversation needing to be had in relationships. Some type of wrong needing to be made right. And your words really, and if, like this could be for the Scorpio, and this could be something that was done to you, Scorpio. But it is, in order for you to create this and have this abundant life that you want, you're gonna have to have this conversation. I don't know what it's about, but it's something about some type of relationship. I definitely feel heavy family relationships. So I hope this was helpful. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, the information will be down below. Thank you, Scorpio. Take care.